Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to Knightica again! Today we're trying a character that I'm not too sure is going to actually work. It's the Sergeant! This is another way we could ramp up with the Lancers, which there's not a lot of the Knighthood characters in the game. We're going to try for it. That's all I can promise. If we end up losing on the second boss, that's whatever, but I think we can get through the first boss with this at the very least. We're definitely taking Sergeant. We sadly did not get any Lancers on this opener, so we're going to go ahead and re-roll. We still did not get any Lancers, so we'll take the Sorcerer for an early little just bank. If we end up getting it to level 2, awesome. If not, it's fine. Now, as far as what we want to be doing on this, we want to be trying to snowball the Lancers. The thing is, the Lancers, they only get temporary buffs, except for from Sergeants. So we are going to be leaning in on using the Sergeant just to get as much little punch out as possible. We are going to be using Dryads as a little bit of support. And I will go ahead and re-roll once. Oh, we got another Lancer. Cool, I'll put that there. And off we go to fight another batch. I am hoping that we get some good luck. I actually was working on a run of this. I haven't tried this all the way through before, but I was working on a run of it and the power went out. I had gotten a Yeti at the very start of the game in addition to the Sergeant. So we had a backup plan. Currently, we do not have a backup plan. So I am hoping we do okay. Okay, on death. We're not going to see things die too much, unfortunately. See if we can get another Lancer. There we go. So now it gets a little bit bigger of a boost whenever we start battles, at least. It's only temporary, but it's okay. Now, what would really work with this is if, A, there were more Knighthood characters, which I think is probably going to be part of the ultimate, like the real finished version of this. Right now we are in the demo. This is kind of like Commander Quest, where there is a limited amount of things that you have access to, but I'm hoping there's more Knighthood, and I'm hoping there is a tool that allows us to escalate even harder on stuff. And I will go ahead and take Rage to at least boost their damage, but I do hope that there's something that, hey, if this unit gets plus attack, give it this as well kind of situation. That would be kind of ideal for this. We're going to go ahead and dump you as well. Just continue fighting with this. We are focusing on that Lancer, and we're going to try and get as many Sergeants as possible. But as many buffs as we can will be a good thing. Okay, so you go in there. We get another Sergeant? No, but we get another Dryad, which means we sell you and take the Dryad. This is mostly just to get their defense up. Later on, we're not going to care about these Dryads. That's one reason why I'm keeping them low level. I'm not going to be combining them or anything. I will be selling them off instead. Mainly because it is providing these with extra defense, and they also get a little bit stronger because there's something else next to them. And once they get over 50, they should be okay to do some other fun stuff. But we're just kind of hoping for the best here. Wow, it is really just giving me garbage today. There's another level up for you guys. I think we do one reroll and then just hold on to it, because I don't think we can get Sergeants until like 6 or 7. So yeah, well, we would be able to get one here potentially. Low chance. What we want is an upgrade roll or something like that. Something to give us access to... It's not upgrade. Upgrade's the one that gives you level up. But one that gives us access to a rarity higher. Ooh. That would let us escalate a little bit. I think what we do instead is bloop. And it's a 50-50 chance we got the wrong one. That's still not bad, because now it's going to be giving a bigger buff. It's a 2 and a 4, which is very not bad. And I don't think we have... Well, we could just do some pocket change. And yeah, we do want to be getting more sergeants as soon as it will let us. And I think level 2 will help us out quite a bit because that is double the support. So it's not a terrible thing. It does help it snowball more. So the Lancer level doesn't matter as much, but higher level means that it's going to be able to get these early buffs to get us into the second wave. Garrison? Hello, Mr. Garrison. Sell you. We will, of course, take you. That's a second. Oh, no, that's a level 1. That's not as impressed by that. Do we continue leveling you up? I think we do. I think that's good. And we do want to keep getting their defenses up. These would be fun. I might do a greed build and see if I can get those rolling as well. Thing is, the scrappers are just going to outperform any of these per round bonuses because we're able to end up getting, what is it, plus, 16 per round or something like that easily by the middle of the thing. It gets crazy. It's not a tiny amount. Okay, you definitely come in here. So we are starting to ramp up a little bit. We've got 3 sergeants. This is a good start. We eventually want to surround them with sergeants, like on all sides, not even just the top and bottom and back. We actually want to move the Lancers to the middle and have them surrounded by what? I think it would be 8 sets of knights. Which generally works for me. We're doing pretty good. We might be able to take the boss out. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and take that. It doesn't look like we're going to get too much out of this. So yeah, just keep fighting there. That's going to be what? An extra 4 and... I should double check what it is. No, it's an extra 4 plus another 4 is 8. 8 attack per round, and they're getting 4 defense per round from the Dryads. I think they're also getting defense from the Sergeants, if I remember correctly. Because I think that is a Lancer-specific buff that they do. Yeah, they give shields to adjacent Lancers. Unlock 3 random tiles versus getting those guys up to level 5. Yeah, we're going to unlock 3 tiles. Mainly because that'll allow us to move this back and keep it on board while getting the other Lancers, I mean, not the other Lancers, the other Sergeants set up. And generally by the second group of like places we go, we can have enough kind of rares to just get a full stack around them. Just a matter of getting them there. Now the trick is, are they going to be able to actively fight the boss? Because the boss might just run away from them. I know this does, but I think they have enough damage that... You bastards. You put it... It's impossible for me to place them anywhere on the map that doesn't cause a problem with that. Bite me, game. Okay, so there's a sergeant there. We're going to have to sell one of these. I think it's you for another sergeant. Because we definitely need the sergeants. This is going to be what? 2 attack, 1 defense. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 and 4 plus 4 and 2, which is 12 and 4. That's not as good as some of our other things, but I mean, it'll work. And their temporary boost for just touching a bunch of allies is going to give them enough of a buff that they can hopefully kill this, even with that -5 temp. Well, they're doing the work. I think they might have it. Yeah, they got it. They can beat the first boss like this. I'm not as confident on our ability to beat the second boss. Troops now sold. When a troop is sold, receive the troop of higher rarity in the shop. Ooh, that would give us greens, and then we'd go into blues. I think we go for re-rolling these. Holding this soul grant. What does hustle? Oh, they buy and sell for 0. Roll cost is 8. We don't roll enough to justify that. This is bugged, by the way. You cannot die from this effect. The shop roll, like whenever you first start a match, will kill you. I have lost a run to that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with heirloom. That's artifact every 5 at least. And without an econ run, we are going to struggle a little bit. So yeah, we're definitely going to take you. We're missing 2, and then we can start just leveling them up and unlocking spaces to make them a little bit more viable. Thing is, as soon as we move this back, they stop getting the defense boost from these. So I need to be conscious of when I do that. Inferno. Deal combat damage to all adjacent enemies. You or you. I think we'll go with you. And yeah, that's pretty much all we can do right there. Now we could consider leaving them in the front and just leveling up the sergeants. I'd rather have 8 sergeants because the sergeants are what provide them the permanent buff. They just buff themselves based on how many allies are nearby. Sergeants are the only way to keep them escalating as far as we need them to go. And sadly, we do not have a plan B with this stack because we did not get a ogre this time. And now it would be too late to ogre. Another sergeant. Okay, so that means it is time to move them back. Back to there. No, I want you to rotate and go there. Thank you. You stay there. You go back. You go back. Yeah, we're just gonna give up on the dryads eventually. I think we hold there. These guys are gonna get a decent buff each round. We are 1 sergeant. Let's go ahead and re-roll once. Yeah, nothing. I could open up one of these and get another dryad, but it's not going to help us as much as it did before. Because it's literally only things on that front row that are getting the defensive buff. So these guys are getting... We're giving up defensive buff in exchange for more offensive buffs with this kind of swap of position. They're not doing terrible. If we can get them up into the 300 to 400 range, we do stand a chance against the tentacles. I'm just not sure we get there. There's another buff for you guys. I don't think we take this any higher level. I think we are instead going to focus in on econ and getting... Yeah, we're just going to go with econ and sergeants. And yes, it is fine that they are getting more defense. I should probably move the 60 defense guy up there so he can get kind of more ridiculous, but he's fine as is. Because getting the sergeants more defense, they're not terrible units. They're just not going to ramp up as fast. We'll try the garrison, see if we get lucky. We did not. Got a princess. There is our other sergeant. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Buy that. You just get down there. Actually, as far as positioning goes, I think we want you there for now and get this sergeant up there. These guys are all also getting bonuses every time around. They're just not getting defensive. They're getting offensive. Okay, so that's going to be the best we can do there. Let's go ahead and move you like that. And there, so you can stack up. Neither of these are interesting to me. I will do one roll. Give adjacent allies +1 defense. I think we go with that on one of the sergeants. Just start letting them do more escalation on the guy in the middle. I think this is pretty much the max. Wait, oh no, we can actually get 4 more sergeants and have them impact it. So if I see more sergeants, guess what I'm doing? We're going to be getting rid of stuff. Because what we can do is actually go... Oh, we can only do 2 more sergeants, sorry. Because they've got to shift forward. So you could have 1 more in the middle there and 1 more in the middle there. There's our ogre. We could throw him in the middle, but it's too late for us to really escalate him. Okay, we already have 1 Inferno. Do we go? Yeah, we'll go for another Inferno. Might as well. They'll help us take stuff down. And yeah, that's about all we can do. We're going to probably try and save up so we at least get some econ out of the miners. Okay, 211. I don't think we're going to get them up to that 300 mark, unfortunately. But for now, they'll do fine. What do we actually have on them? I forget what we actually put on them. As far as enchants go. What did you get? Yeah, you're going even more offense. That's perfectly fine. Okay, blood money. Sure. Sure, why not? Let's get some Lancers in there. On XP, receive +3 defense. We're not going to really get any use out of that. That is a restore, which is just an auto heal. No, we need the offense on him. Right now, he's getting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, plus 4 on him. Plus 2 on himself is 20 offensive per turn. So that'll at least get up there. We definitely want to keep that. I'm going to go ahead and throw that on you because you're still getting defensive buffs. We have another caretaker. Sure. And another sergeant. Which means we need to rearrange. You're sadly not doing much for us, I don't think. Let's actually sell the crappy one back here. You go there. And that'll give him even more buffs? Sure. We're just trying to ramp up this Lancer to make him a nightmare. I do still think that the shield guys should have been knighthood. They're mystic, unfortunately. That's just one of those things that just feels a little bit off to me, but I think we'll be fine. And that's still going down relatively fast. I don't think we're going to ramp up enough to get the tentacle boss. Unless something works in our favor. Because right now we're getting, it's comparable. Okay, so it's not the worst ever. That's 6. Oh, that's a level 2. That is everything we have. Well, we are going to take you. Do we just leave you guys out for one round and then get you back in next? I think that's what we do. The only other option is just to get rid of the Dryads. But I do like their plus defense. They are both level 1 Dryads, so they would sell for 4. Which would get us another Sergeant, but I don't have a way to squeeze them in. These are all Knighthood, so they do get the extra damage boost. And it would help us get one of these other guys up to level 2. Because it put them a little bit closer. You know what? We'll go for it. We're focusing in on the guys in the middle, so why not? And we'll even grab that just to get them up to getting 120 defense temporarily. I should only put them at, like, what, 270? Yeah. We have the swarm. Poor little miners just by there. I'm helping. I do appreciate that the sergeants end up taking most of the hits for the swarm. We will go for the tavern, because that has more opportunities to help us here. Do we want to bother healing? I don't think so. There's another sergeant. So you get leveled up. So that's 3 sergeants going full tilt. Yeah, nothing else we can do except for continue on. And it's just a free round to buff them. I'm not liking our odds because whenever we come in here and you actually start seeing them get their like big bonus, they're still just barely hitting that 300 range. So we had 3 scrappers doing that before. There's another sergeant, so you get to come in here and go to him. We'll do 1 reroll. Yep. I was lucky. Yeah, if we get him up to level 2, they can escalate him a little bit. He's going to hit the 300 plus this time. I just don't think it's going to be enough whenever we get to the final guy, because we've always done it with either something with the thousands, in the case of the ogre coming in and doing all the work there, or we've done it with a number of units at the 300s. We've never done it with just 1 stack. And yeah, look at they're gonna die versus the tentacles. Especially, they'll get through the first wave of tentacles. They won't get through the second. Let's go for... what else can we do? Could go energize, which lets them basically survive that first wave. I think we go with it. There's the general. Double for allies with cost 4 or less. And you are a 2x2? I will take the general. I just don't know where to squeeze him in. In the same row. So we'd need to open one up above him. He seems like one... a lot of the gold ones seem like ones that you'd want to grab and then use for your ramping up in later stages. During the demo, this doesn't exist, so they don't really get to shine. But see, this guy, he is a knighthood. He's going to get buffs from these guys. So if we were able to position him just right in here and get him bonuses from multiple sergeants and stuff like that. Basically, put him in the spot of the Lancers and have him stick around for a whole stage like that, he would start making everything around him much stronger. But for now, he's just sitting there. I think the position I want him at is going to be straddling that spot up there. We should have actually put him over with the allies that, the higher level ones. That would give a bigger boost. But we're basically the cliche knight, so that works. Okay, 612 and ooh, he's 18 cost. Dang it. I think we're going to flip it so that we have them staggered like this. And that sergeant being level 2. Who's our weakest one? 3717, I believe. Goes into... I think 8224. We grab you for that spot. Yeah, does this guy survive? I don't think so. I know I'm being pessimistic here, but yeah, right now he's only going to give them a +3 down that line. Which, yes, they are going to be able to do decent damage. It's just, if you watch, they're going to start just dying off. Even the big Lancers are just not holding on through this. They're getting ripped to pieces. And once those Lancers are down, we lose. So knight strategy doesn't feel super viable. It gets us one shot at a blue. There's another general. Yay. But now we don't have enough to actually get anything. So it's literally just, if we bring something in, it's just to kind of sit in there and just be extra damage. So guess what you are doing? Being extra damage. I'd feel more comfortable if they were closer to 500, which would require getting more generals early on, which just isn't going to happen. Yeah, 362. We are taking down the tentacles fairly fast, at least. We might do this. Oh, no. Yeah, it depends on if they target. Are they going to go down? Oh, no. We barely got that. If you notice the Lancers in there, we're almost dead. Oh, geez. Oh, we're not going to get any of these. We'll just go with higher rarity. Not that it particularly matters, because that's the end of the demo. But I am honestly surprised that that worked. That was kind of like the bare minimum you can get through with. So let's go ahead and click continue and see how the Knights did. Yeah, just look at the difference in cumulated numbers. We barely broke 1,000 on attack, and we were actually focused on that. Cumulated defense, it's okay. And we spent way less gold because we didn't have an economy. But overall, it's kind of fun to mess around with. I do look forward to the final game having more Knight options than just Lancer. And I do actually hope that there's some kind of other synergies that the knights can go with. Because right now, it's pretty much you either swarm with undead and have kind of an experience similar to this, but slightly stronger, or you go full-on economy and go for the scrappers, or you go for pumps and go for an early ogre, which is very strong. Sticking an ogre in the middle of this would be really strong as well. But right now, because with the ogre, you'd get so many buffs, and you'd still be able to throw more buffs around it. But right now, it's just kind of like, you kind of have to get the right thing early on. I do think it needs some balancing. But keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time.